Hey, you all, what's going on? I hope you all are doing pretty well. Um, I am sitting here watching Lovely Love do quite a great deal, but she have a little nicer body, so I'll give her that. Let me say this, you all. I first of all, this was supposed to be a party, and what happened wasn't Pizarro's fault. And I'm going to tell you where I think the disrespect started. And so I'm going to go on and I'm going to tell my truth. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm speaking for me. Tonight I'm wearing my alma mater. I My first costume honored Norfolk State University Spartans. We actually won our football game with Howard University. So the score was 21-20. So behold the green and gold. So let me go ahead and start. I don't know what Ness and Pizarro talked about, but most of you all were on when I was talking to Pizarro. And I told Pizarro, hey, why don't you do a competition as well? And I wasn't, and the only reason why I was going to watch Lemon was on the strength of Lady Nika. And I think I told you all that. I think I was really upfront with that. And then I thought Pizarro should have kept her competition because it offered variety and it was competition. And I thought it was really good. And I was going to even participate in that. Pizarro and Lemon actually had a conversation. Pizarro decided to work with Lemon to do that costume competition in Nika's name. Now, I wasn't doing the party in Nika's name. I was just doing the party because I agreed to be in the party with Pizarro. Pizarro actually said, if you do a party, then I'll do it. And I said, hey, I was willing to be a judge or to help you in the competition. So I'm willing to be with you in this party situation. And that's it. That is it. That's how I decided to come over. So I don't know what Pizarro and Ness talked about, but this was during the time where Pizarro was going to do her own competition. So it really didn't have anything to do with Ness. Now, what Pizarro and Ness talked about, I'm not saying that Ness and Pizarro didn't talk about anything, but for her to say, I'm inserting myself and I had nothing to do with this, again, that was not correct because many of you all were there when I told Pizarro that she should have done her own competition. Okay? But because she didn't, I still supported Pizarro and came over to participate in her party. I was excited about the party because, Pizarro was going to throw it and there were going to be a lot of people coming on. Now, I'm going to tell you where I felt that the disrespect came in. Number one, if you're going to show up to somebody's party, show up on time. I sat and watched Ness get ready. She did her dance on her platform. Then she came to Pizarro's. And I'm like, well, why don't you just even come to Pizarro? Come to Pizarro's first. Why even do all of that? Come to Pizarro's platform. So first of all, I thought that was disrespectful to even come to the lady's platform late. Hey, K-Fit, I came to party. I came to really enjoy a party. And came to enjoy that's what I came to do, K-Fit, to enjoy a party. So I thought it was kind of rude of Ness to do all of that on her platform when Pizarro was on. I didn't say anything. Pizaro saw the same thing that I saw, but we didn't say anything. Then Ness came in late, pushy, messy, and drunk. And that was a problem because she did the same thing when she did her Halloween thing. And it's just really interesting that she did the same thing coming over to Pizzaro's. And I'm bothered by this because I'm like, you didn't even do your dance. And then you're going to go and change into something else. And it's just a whole mess. Now, Jay Dunn came on. As you notice, I didn't say one word to Jay Dunn. It was not about me fighting with Jay Dunn. It was about a party and having a good time. That is it. I appreciate Intrinsic for doing what she was doing. She was in character. Some of you all may not like some of the word and verbiage she used, but she was in character. Okay. I could appreciate Ro for being in character. It was really not a win or lose, you all. It was a party. That's all it was. I have a little problem with Dragons. Dragons did not want Jay Dunn to be on when she danced. I got really tired of that because I'm like, look, it doesn't matter who's in. If you're going to dance, dance. And the problem that I had with those people, it seemed like the people who were making the most demands didn't have a costume, didn't follow the theme of the party, and people who did so little expected so much. I did not ask for a cash app. I was not expecting a cash app. I came to have a good time and to enjoy a party. That's it. I don't know if it was Ness, Uppity, and Dragon's intention to drag this party down, but that's exactly what they did. And all I'm doing is enjoying myself. And I refuse to let people come over and spoil my time. Even with Tricy and Ness, you know, I just played the role. I'm just like, okay, if this is what these people gonna do, I'm gonna play the role. I'm gonna play the role. I had a great time. This is what the party was for. I got in my costumes, the wigs, and enjoyed myself. However, that last piece was the straw that broke the camel's back. Here's Uppity being messy, talking about Lady Nika's name. First of all, the party was a party. And if Pizaro put Lady Nika's name in it, I didn't know anything about it. I thought the situation that Pizaro and Lemon worked on was about Lady Nika. But maybe Pizaro said, well, in the spirit of Halloween, and you all, thank you all for the compliments. I appreciate it. But if it was for Halloween, it's still something that Nika did, but everybody made it about them and not the party. And that's when it was time for me to go because this is what people wanted. And I stayed because some of the drama was good, but between Ness being inebriated and then coming back and wanting to tell Pizarro, and then she was so rude to Pizarro. Pizarro was trying to be as um, Pizarro was trying to be as accommodating as she could. But when people are coming over to do these types of things, and this is what I want to say, Pizarro. Pizarro, I don't want to strain your YouTube ship with Ness, but people who like you or people who really want a YouTube ship with you and want to do business, they don't do sabotage. They don't do sabotage. When I came over to your channel to participate in your event, I participated in your event. When you asked me to come to your party, I came to your party and I did not take over your party. I wanted to enhance and add, not subtract, divide, and take away. And that's what some people did tonight. And it was sad that they did. I'm about professionalism. And if I can't be professional on your platform, then it's time for me to leave. Notice, I didn't say too much of anything. I just sat back and watched. And the only time I really kind of got frustrated is when dragons want to sit there and argue with people. And I'm like, are you going to dance or what? If you're going to dance, dance. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to get on and dance. And then she complained about the songs. And I'm like, golly, can you just get on and do what you came to do? Make this a party. Stop making this about mess. And I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really bothered by Jay Dunn. I really wasn't bothered by Jay Dunn. I was just bothered by some people who were supposed to have Pizza's back, but it seemed like they were putting a knife in her back. And maybe Dragon's intent wasn't to bring down Pizza's event. Because I heard her saying, well, I'm not trying to bring down Pizza's event. But all of that arguing, all of that foolishness, I'm like, you're not helping Pizza. Ness coming in late and then demanding this and acting foolish and then cursing people out and then saying that she was drunk. I'm like, that didn't help. So kudos to Ro, who was trying to be professional. Kudos to Pizarro for trying to do the event. Hey, Dolby. Kudos to Lolo, who tried to step in as a DJ. Kudos to Intrinsic for stepping up to be the first to come in and do her thing. Even kudos to Lovely Love, who danced in a costume. She said she was going to be a tramp, and she didn't disappoint. And I applaud those people. But when people want to accuse me of being jealous of them or hating on them, no, absolutely not, because it's moments like these that really show us who you are. Moments like these. And this is why I don't want to do collaborations with certain content creators. I will do a collab with Pizarro because Pizarro is on business. And I know she could be a little ratchet and a little hood, but if you do right by Pizarro, she usually does right by you. And I wouldn't mind collaborating with her because I've worked with her in her competition. This is the second time. And I don't think Pizarro really wanted to go off like she went off. But I felt that she had to really do that because people were really trying to sabotage her event. Now, they are going to come back and say, no, it wasn't sabotage, but first of all, you came on the person's set late. You had all of those people there, and we're sitting there. You knew Pizzaro's event was going to start at 8:30, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So you had a lot of time to get ready. Then you come late, and then you didn't do your dance. And then it was a mess. And then you want to be messy, then you want to argue, then you want to turn up and all of that stuff. And we get it, but yeah. And then Dragons, I wish you would have just danced. And Dragon, you got to just learn how to ignore people. But everybody want to be the baddest B. Everybody want to show everybody what they're made of. And that stuff is not necessary. Wrong place, wrong time. All you had to do was just enjoy the party. That's all you had to do. Now, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the wigs and the costumes and all of this stuff. I changed a couple of times. I played a lot of characters, and I was just enjoying myself. And for those of you all who sent cash apps, I really appreciate it. You all didn't really have to do it. I wasn't expecting anything. I was expecting to just have a good time and have a party. That's all I was planning to do. I didn't know we were going to have all of this drama and this stuff. And of course, I told Pizaro, girl, get to 1,000. But when I look at it again, it's like maybe this is what these people are used to. And I wasn't with it. I wasn't really with it at all. Yeah. And I didn't really want to get into a situation with Ness or Jay Dunn. As you all notice, again, I really kept it quiet. And only spoke when I needed to speak. Thank you, Zara. I appreciate it. But I felt like I needed to speak because I don't think Ness knew that Pizaro and I had talked, during the time she was going to do a competition. I think Uppity was just being plain messy. And I didn't appreciate it. And I don't care if I have a decent relationship with you. There's a time and a place, and that was not the time or the place. And I felt Dragons contributed to some of this, even though I don't think it was her intent. But for the mere fact that she was fighting with all those people, it didn't help. And I don't blame Pizaro. I think Pizaro didn't plan it to be this way. And I think she went with it for a while. I do want to give a shout out to Brooke. I think Brooke, what I thought was discussing on the highest level was Brooke Loud. I'm up there. And I think next encouraged her to do. Let me say this. I didn't even have a problem with Brooke and the fake baby because I thought it was funny. I thought so many people had said that she faked her pregnancy and she came with a fake baby. And let me give a kudos to Brooke because I don't think Brooke caused the mess. I just think that people were doing that. And if it wasn't sabotage, what was it? What was your end game? What do you plan to do? What was going on? Typing away, I go where I want to go. I want to go. I wanted to go and support Pizaro, and I did, and I don't regret it. I had a great time doing it. Unfortunately, there were a few people who didn't have that same mindset, but I enjoyed it. I absolutely enjoyed what Pizarro tried to do. And so, yeah, and that's how I feel about it. And yeah, I just think that it was sad how it ended. I enjoyed the costumes. I enjoyed other people. Um, yeah, yeah, I enjoyed it. I just think that my thing is this: if you didn't have a costume on, then why are you coming up? First of all, it was, and I think that should be known. Like, if you didn't have a costume, then what was your reasoning for coming up? Because Ro had a costume, I had a costume, Ness had a costume, um, Intrinsic had a costume, and it should have been a costume. If you didn't have a costume, you shouldn't have been able to come. That should have been a prerequisite. But a lot of people came for the loaves and bread. And I mean, I don't feel bad for Lady Nika in this situation because I don't think this was an official Lady Nika situation. I think this was a situation where it was in the spirit of Lady Nika, but I don't think it was a official Lady Nika event. And notice you didn't hear me advertise that. Notice you didn't hear me say, "Oh, this is to honor Lady Nika." No, this was to have a good time. This is because I wish we would have had variety. And I felt since I offered or told Pizarro that she should have gone with her ideal, and then she decided to do a party, I decided to come with the party. Notice that it was not a competition, it was just a party. Yeah. So you all, I'm not disappointed. Notice I'm not calling nobody out of their name. I'm not talking about how they look, or that's not the real deal here. The deal here is the behavior. And I think you all really need to look at the behavior of these people. Um, Again, no one should come to anybody's party late. There was no apology for coming to the party late. And I mean, it was almost like I'm siphoning folk and then I'm going to come and then I'm going to do my one and two. You came late. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You were inebriated. You admitted that. You told us that. And then you wanted to try to make this a roast and gag session when it was really about having fun and enjoying the party. And I meant what I said. I'm going to have me a good time regardless. And so that's what I did. And I really think that Pizarro tried to handle it well. I mean, and then let's keep on saying, you put me on mute, you people, and it's almost like these people think they own folks' platforms. And this is the thing that I really don't get. If somebody were to do that on that person's platform, they would be livid. They would be inconsolable. But they feel that it's okay to go and disrespect somebody else's platform. And if you didn't come with a costume, if you didn't come ready to dance or to do something that's in the spirit of the party, then why did you come in the first place? And I really could have left earlier, but I just wanted to see how this thing developed. And it developed into a mess, but I don't blame Pizarro again. The only thing is, you know, and let me say this: I wouldn't tell Pizarro to shut it down. I mean, Pizarro at this particular point had 680 people over there. I wish he would have gotten 1,000, but at the end of the day, it was time for me to go. When um, it was time for me to go when people were trying to take credit for something that they didn't take, or yeah, and then the Lady Nika thing. And again, this was in the spirit of Lady Nika, but not in the name of Lady Nika. The name of Lady Nika was the situation with Pizaro and Lemon. The spirit of Nika was just the dance thing. And like I said, y'all, I then I heard Dragon say, "Hey, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to," but Dragons, I just think that people were far gone with the "I don't like that music" or "I need to go pee," and it's just like, gosh, you're delaying and you're doing a whole lot of stuff, and I'm like, why even do all of that? And I think that turned some people off. And then the next situation again turned some people off. And then here come Uppity. And let me say this, Uppity, you danced again, no costume or nothing. And then it became, they were doing it for Lemon. And I noticed that, and I heard that too, K-Fit. I heard that too. And I'm like, baby, do it for the party. And again, they know that whole situation was going to start a whole mess. And I'm like, why do you even do that? And so if you ain't messy, you were messy tonight. But I'm going to say this, regardless of what happened, Pizaro was successful in this party, even though some of the people were really not at their best. So I'm going to drop the link and I'm going to let a few people have some things to say. All I'm going to say is I enjoyed being there. I enjoyed being there. I thought Ness was going to be, yeah. But again, that drinking causes issues. And then she said she was sober and you're not going to talk over me and all of that. But no, baby, I'm telling you that if you would listen, Pizaro and I had talked about this really early on in the game. And I think that's the big thing. What's up, Viv?
I just have one question, Brother Jay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why is it that I understand we have expectations of these folks? Why is it that we have to continually dumb ourselves down and lower our expectations for these people? Um, Shout out to Pizarro for putting it on,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to do something to, bring folk together.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that we got to continually be interrupted with foolishness?
Yeah, I think Dobie hit a little bit of that on the head, and I just hope people really start looking at stuff like this. You don't have to like me, and I know a lot of people don't. But one thing you can't say about me is I'm trying to sabotage people's stuff. Now, even with the lemon thing, I was still going to go over for Nika, but I wound up, like I said, telling Pizarro I wish you would have had hers for the variety and giving people a variety. So even when she decided to do a party, I said, I'm going to go ahead and be a part of that. Um, yeah. And I think if people talk things out, then you should have known better than that. And if you can't drink without acting a whole fool, then, maybe you should either curb your liquor or, not drink.
Well, to
And
be honest, some of these people need to hit the rehab again and again. I'm gonna say it. I said it. Um, my thing is new rule. If you have a contest, you've invited people to your platform, and they can't be respectful enough of you and your guests to be there on time. No, you're no longer invited. New rule.
yeah.
If you
And
have
I
a
think, and let me say this: I don't think anybody strained Ness's and Pizarro's friendship. I think Ness did a good job of that today because, yeah, I mean, it's like you're coming over to this lady's channel and doing all kind of stuff, saying things, and it's like, does she not have control over her channel? And then she had to put it on 30, and you're telling her why you got my mic down, and I'm like, are you serious? You're on somebody's platform doing this, and then again, you all dragons just don't listen, and then she goes 50 miles per hour, and it's like, Dragon, you need to slow down, ma'am. And then, you get up there and you didn't like the songs, then you got to go pee, and then you didn't want Jay Dunn up there. And I'm like, you either want to do it or you don't. And then my last straw again was Uppity. And I just thought Uppity was doing too much. I thought she was doing too much. And I'm like, Uppity, why are you here? And then Uppity was getting upset with me, but I'm like, why are you here? I told you, well, no, I mean, and again, all of this stuff shouldn't be at a party. This was a party. And they were pretty much party crashes.
But Brother Jay, all right, you saying that this is a party.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate to see how some of these people behave at a party in their real life.
Well,
I
some
would
of them
hate to
even
go
go,
through.
because my thing is, but it was about, again, it's about Pizaro, and a lot of people are feeling some kind of way about Pizaro. Uppity don't like Pizaro. She calls Pizaro poverty, but yet she goes to Pizaro's challenges. I don't get that. I'm just looking
Brother
at
Jay,
stuff.
what you mean you don't get that?
I get it, but my
They
thing
go
is,
where,
this is why I look at it, because see, I'm gonna be looking at you side eye for the mere fact that you coming over. That's what I'm saying. So,
like you said, they coming for the loaves and the bread. My thing
yeah,
is this. Y'all need to stop playing on people's top pieces in their face, on their domes, on top of their heads and all of that. If you don't like the person, stay on your own channel. Um, if you going somewhere and you don't know how to act, stay home. You know what? It reminds me of them folks when we used to go to the club and they used to come up and they come and mess around, and they always the ones that's fighting and getting the lights turned on at the club. They the ones that's always acting a fool and getting the lights turned on at the club. They the ones that's always acting out, and everybody else gotta suffer and go home, and because they don't know how to act.
yeah. And Viv, they were saying that I was doing the most with all these costume changes, but it was a costume party. That's what you do at a costume party. And my thing is, maybe if people would have focused on their costume and focus on being in character, then it would have been great. Because my character was a Spartan, so that's what I was trying to embody at that time. A Spartan, I'm trying to embody that at that time. I wasn't trying to be messy, just to enjoy. Um, Hold on for a minute, Viv. Just to enjoy the event. And I knew sometimes it gets a little messy and a little light shade, but it really went left. And like I said, I don't blame Pizarro. I think Pizarro, two things, I don't think Pizarro should be denied. Is this Krista?
Yes, it's me.
Yeah, I don't think Pizarro should be denied her financial blessings because of it. And again, people gave me cash apps, which I am very, very appreciative of. Um, but when I told Pizarro that I was going to be with her at this party, I came prepared. You're right. I didn't come for no mess. I came to really have a good time. Notice again that I didn't get into the name calling and cussing folk out and stuff. But I'm telling I'm telling dragons, come on, dragon, let's dance. We don't have time for all of this baby stuff. Just dance. I mean, just dance. That was number one. And then number two, come on, let's stop fighting with people and let's have a good time. That's what I said. What I said. I'm enjoying myself. People like, yeah. And then when it did get messy, I'm just turning my head and I'm going right with the flow because I know. But then it got to the point where, yeah, this is a whole crap show. And then the party should have ended long time ago. And I'm like, okay, it's time to end the party because I mean, these people are in a costume and they just causing all kind of mess and not even in a costume.
Well, Miss Dovey, you right. When you got young folk that stay up all night and all they want to do is argue and fuss and fight and they live for strife, yeah, I know they hearts got to be about to bust open. I know their hearts got to be about to bust open just from the stress.
Well, it's a
I
lot.
know it has to.
Well, I
All that
I
arguing,
enjoyed
fussing, and
myself, but
fighting.
again, I said, you know what? I shouldn't have to raise my voice, but I felt so bad for Pizaro because Pizaro was really trying to have a party. She was really trying to have a good party, and here these
Let me
people
ask you this.
who tried to break it up.
Let me ask you this. These people that go around and all they do is argue, fuss, and fight on people's platforms. Do they not have a life outside of
Mhm.
YouTube?
And I'm watching somebody right now by the name of hold on. Oh, Petty LaBelle. Somebody go over there and tell Petty LaBelle, I'm not pissed. I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed that people can't have something without people trying to sabotage it. Because my thing is, I'm disappointed that Pizarro had to go through all of this and stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's not my platform; it's Pizarro's platform. So I'm not really pissed.
Right, Jay. I'm telling you, it's just like remember back when we were going out, and then you always had them fools that came up in the club, the party be on, everybody be having a good time, everybody be throwing them back, everybody doing the butterfly, and we doing the ride this train and having fun and things of that nature. And then you got the ones that come in, they get drunk, they falling over, pushing people, getting sick in the club, and acting a fool. Then they ready to fight everybody, and the club gets shut down.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Viv, I'm not pissed off. I mean, thank you all for the people who sent cash apps. It was really nice. And I had a good time. But, I'm gonna say what I need to say.
Yeah, I promise y'all. Please don't let Bro J ever
Yeah,
have a
because
party.
let me say this. I'm looking at the Halloween party thing right now. I'm still at the spaceship now. I don't have it on live, but I know exactly who's on. And I just wanted to let somebody to say that I'm not upset. I'm not upset, but I just hope people see how people come in and try to sabotage people's things. And if y'all didn't see that, y'all crazy. But I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed every costume change. And again, I came to have a party. I didn't come for all of that other crazy stuff, and that's it.
Oh,
Well, Bro
I didn't
J,
know what
Now
it was.
also, so somebody tell Red Star that I see her, and she's a liar as well. Again, I believe that Dragon did a whole lot, and I'm not attacking anybody. I am not attacking
and,
anybody, but I
and I
meant what
want
I
to say
said.
this. I just want to say this real quick. I'm not attacking Pizarro because Pizarro, I enjoy Pizarro's commentary. Pizarro is funny. I'm not attacking her. And I hate that they go there and she's trying to do something in a good spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
then you got people that come in and just try to tear her stuff up. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
but I'm watching people in real time right now. And again, dragons can come over here. I meant what I said. I've told Dragons this many a times about her always being reactive and not proactive, and I don't take that back. So that's what I
You
meant.
got somebody in the
What's up,
back, Jay.
Krista? I got Krista on here, so let me have Krista and have her to say something while I have her on here. So go ahead, Krista.
Thank you, Pastor. Hi, Vivian. I just wanted, I didn't know what it was. Like when I had went over there, I just heard the yelling and stuff. So I was just wondering, like, what was the whole thing? What, I don't,
Well,
I've been
Krista,
asking
it
people.
started off as a party.
Oh, so it was
We
just a
started
get
off with
together?
we started off with people dancing and having a good time. And
Okay.
then, the first thing that I noticed that was going south was when Ness, again, we started at 8:30. Pizaro was not late. She came in, she did her thing. And Ness was over there entertaining her group. And then she came in late. Pizarro saw her just like I saw her. No apology. Hey, I'm sorry I'm late and everything. But she came over and then she wasn't ready. And it's like all of this stuff going on. So Intrinsic was the first one to come on. Jay Wilson, please pin the link. I'll put the link down, you all. I don't pin links because I'm very wary of who comes up. So I'll put it down. So that's how it started. But the bottom line is, Krista, people start getting just crazy. They started being a little messy.
Oh,
And then Jay Dunn came up. And believe it or not, I don't have an issue with Jay Dunn coming up. Jay Dunn did not address me directly. If she did, I would have even responded to her. Um, but it just got nasty. And then I think Dragons has a problem with Jay Dunn. So it got crazy. And so Ness wanted to fight and she wanted to be messy and Jay Dunn, I mean not Jay Dunn, but Pizza had to put on the 30 seconds a couple of times. You hear Ness up there talking about something. I know you didn't mute my mic, and I don't give a damn about that 30 minutes, 30 seconds rather. And so that was deep. So it went south. It was a couple of situations, and then Tricy came up. It was a lot. And something that really turned into a good costume party became a yell match, scream match. Uppity came in and she wanted to act up, and no costume again. It was a costume party, no costumes with some of these people. And I'm figuring the ones who, with the exception of Ness, the ones who didn't have the costumes were the biggest problem. So that's what it was about. And again, I'm not disappointed. I mean, I'm not upset, rather. I'm just disappointed that people can't do anything without all of this foolishness. And so that's where I am with this. I am not attacking Dragons at all, but I am saying that Dragons was doing a whole lot. That Jay Dunn thing was like, okay, you know, and she didn't want Jay Dunn up. Then once we got John down, she had to go pee. It's like, girl, I mean, and then she didn't like some of the music. I'm like, look, come on, get your stuff together. You ain't even in a costume. So it was a couple of things that kind of went wrong. Now I think that as far as the
I'm gonna get out
residuals,
and finish
yeah,
listening.
yeah. Well, so whatever the residuals piece to get, I think it's going to be good. The mess is going to be good, but they definitely missed the mark of what this was about. So, Krista, hopefully that answered your question. I know it was a lot, but yeah. What's up, Zara? What's going on with you?
Good morning. I just woke up not long ago. Um, I know you're not upset. I am. I stayed up till 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
to watch this party, and it started off so nice, and then it just went downhill. Ness hit that panel, and it was just a mess from there on. I stayed a while. I tried. I thought she was going to calm down, and she just wasn't. And I just feel like she was sabotaging Pizarro. I
And
feel sorry.
even if she didn't mean it, she did. And
Yeah,
sitting there arguing with the person, the facilitator, the host is just as rude as all get out. I don't know if you heard her when she said I ain't had nothing to do with the party. I'm like, are you
really.
serious?
Wow. No, I didn't hear that. I'd probably gone at that point. I missed Dragons. I didn't see Uppity come. I'd missed all of that. But listening to what went down, I'm not surprised Uppity was acting up because she can't stand Pizaro. I don't know why she went over. Clearly only to cause a problem, because she doesn't like that girl. So I don't know. But it's a shame.
Well, I had a good time. I had a good time. I had
you
a great
look
time.
great. And I
Thank you.
appreciate your effort because you really, you do put a lot of effort into things like that. Your costume was amazing. Ro looked good. He'd made the effort. And what's her name? Intrinsic. I thought she looked like QB.
A little, didn't she? I was like, okay. I mean, with the locks and stuff, I was like, yeah.
I thought when she first came out, I thought it was QB. I was thinking, hold on, I was confused. And then it was really, she should have come as him because, she really
I just think, like I said, I think people, I think that's what people are used to. They're not used to something just running where people can really have a good time and not have to have all of this drama and all of this stuff. So now they got Lemon on the panel.
Okay.
I don't know what that's about, but again, I didn't want to be there for that. Mm-hmm.
It's just unnecessary. I know it's the beef sector, but look, we can have a good time without all that foo-la-la all the time. You don't have to have that all the time. It gets a bit boring. Hi, Viv, by the way. Sorry. Good morning, darling.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you, I enjoyed myself. Even with the mess, I think she did a good job. I think it really hit the fan when they were trying to put it like she did it for Nika. And I'm like, no, we didn't discuss this doing it for Nika.
Somebody just put up a live, I think it was Uppity actually, who said, let's not pretend that Juicy didn't say pizza have it in honor of Nika. So I don't know where that came from. I've never heard you say that, but
yeah, I'm like, we did it in the spirit of Halloween, which Nika did a lot, but I felt that what Lemon and Pizaro did was for Nika, not what we were doing tonight. And then I did see Nika drop down, but I'm like, well, okay. But I don't think that Pizaro planned it for all of this drama. I just believe that Ness came up and did her big one, and then she said she even admitted that I didn't know this was gonna be for Nika, and she brought that up as well. And this is where I had to stop her. I'm like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong on that, Wise, because I talked with Pizaro, and we did this because I was encouraging Pizaro not to cancel her event.
Yeah, because I know she wanted to do the other one, but like she didn't. She gave it to Lemon because Nika had asked Lemon to do it, which was the right thing, I think, to do. And then she's had her own party, which is fine. What's wrong with that? Nothing at all. But it wasn't a party for Nika, this particular one, I didn't feel like. But I feel sorry for Pizaro because I feel like I know I left because I just couldn't stand it anymore.
Yeah, I was going to leave, and then once we got to that point where people wanted to argue and uppity, and I'm like, I'm out. I did my costume. I knew the assignment, and my assignment was not to sit there and argue with these people all night. That was not my assignment.
You've got patience because I think I'd have blown up if it was me. But
Sarah, but listen, Sarah, this is what it is. Brother Jay has always told you he can work with anyone. He doesn't have to like you, and he's not going to stop your bag.
No, and I think that's right, Viv. I think you're right. I think in his head he's like, I'm not going to mess it up for Pizaro, and all that. But I haven't got that kind of patience, Vivian. I really don't.
Yeah, and that's why I'm looking at Pizaro, and I'm like, Pizaro, see, it's not because people really think that I am out to get people, and like I said, I'm honest with mine. Yeah, I'm a little shady, and I can throw a little light, but I am not there to mess up anybody's bag. I'm there to, let's work together because, and then this is the biggest thing. Notice that those people who did the least wanted they wanted a cash app. I never
Ah,
even mentioned the cash app. And then people
okay.
started talking about cash app. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you didn't even have a costume on. You
Oh,
didn't
for
even
real?
do anything. And you want people to do all of this for you? And you didn't even do nothing.
My
Wow.
thing is, okay, so that just shows you their work ethic.
Yeah.
That shows you their work ethic. So that's them Negroes and them folks that go to the job and you pissed off because you got to go in and clean up the bathroom and they looking at you and they messing it up.
Mm.
And bruh, Jay, you know what I'm talking about at the QT. I'm at the gas station, you at the QT when they go in there trying to mess up the bathroom and you like, okay, it's your turn to clean up the bathroom, and they like but they want to get paid the same thing you get paid. Come on now,
There's
don't
always
do
people
that.
who want to do the least at work, isn't there?
And
Yeah.
was complaining like they were. I'm like, why are you complaining? I'm like, here you are. Why are you doing all of this? I couldn't get the complaining. It was the complaining for me. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, are you serious? You don't really have the right to complain at this particular point. And then was the first to ask for a cash app. And I'm like, are you serious about this cash app situation? You didn't do nothing.
Right. That's the weirdest part. That really is.
And then the
Yeah.
other thing, you have people that be doing a lot of entertaining and
Mm.
things of that nature, and people be like, I'm not even going, try and even bless them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you don't feel like it, do you, when it's all that? No.
Yeah. I just thought it was really bad, and I don't blame Pizarro. I think Pizarro did the best she could. I think there was some people, if they weren't trying to sabotage. Hold on for a minute. Is this Lovely Love?
Yes, it's me.
Yeah, so I don't think if they were trying to sabotage, I think the alcohol may have sabotaged it.
Yeah.
But why are you fighting with the host? You're not even in costume. You're not, and then you the first one asking, I'm like, a cash app, and I'm like, why do you do this? And so like I said, I don't have a problem with dragons, but I just think that dragons demands, and then she had to go pee, and I'm like, girl, just come on, let's go. This is not about the dragon show. Do your thing. You got other people here. And then, like I said, with the Nest situation coming in late, you done did all of this on your platform. Then you come to Pizarro's platform and then want to fight with people and do all of this stuff. I'm like, why are you even here? If you're gonna do this, and then of course, the uppity situation. And like I said, with the J Dunn situation, I know her and Dragons was fighting, but you know, again, Dragons could have easily said nothing and moved on and let J. And then the thing is, they wanted her on.
Okay. Okay.
See what I'm saying? It's not like Pizarro brought her on. Pizarro asked. She even asked me. I'm like, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't going to put up with that and do all of that arguing and all of that stuff.
Of course. I
Yeah.
love you.
What's up, Lovely Love?
Oh, I just came up. You can hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, I remember I went up there and I thought it was a problem with what I had on. And I'm like, as soon as I hit the panel, here come this. And I'm like, are you serious? I wasn't there for that. I wanted to have fun.
You
Like
said
you
that you
saying.
were coming as a tramp. And if that's how a tramp looked, then that's what you were coming as. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. I was a tramp. And that's what I said. I was gonna be a tramp.
And
You
that's
did
what
the
you
whole
came as.
thing.
And see, that's why I
Yeah.
didn't understand. And I'm like, well, why did Lovely Love come up? You know?
I saw Lovely. You're one of the people I did see, and you dressed up and you were in character and you were doing all that. So you did your bit from what
But
I
I didn't.
saw.
I had to leave though because I didn't want to keep arguing with Ness. That was so
No.
irritating. I left for a while, and then I clicked back on, and she was still up. And then I went back up, so I missed a whole lot, I think. But then I went up, and I had another outfit on, and I got one dance in at least. I
Oh, I
did do
missed your
one.
second outfit. I missed
Yeah,
that.
and I danced away because my back ain't good, girl. But I still, try to have fun. And then it's just the arguments just wouldn't stop. It was
It
like, oh my
ruins it.
God.
It
I was
ruins it, doesn't it? When you're in that party's atmosphere, it just ruins the whole thing. It's like
you know,
atmosphere vacuum.
Well, I'm going to say this, Lovely Love. I'm proud of you. that you did your grown woman thing tonight. You didn't, you seen a potential problem and you just stepped away. And I'm gonna tell you, that's what I see for a lot of these folk that are
Mm-hmm.
younger. When they see problems, they just don't walk away. Sometimes you gotta just remove yourself from the issue, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm proud that you didn't go in there and add to the issue. You get what I'm saying?
I almost did. I was going to get in there, and I said, no, you know
And
what?
I
I
know
ain't
you
doing
could,
this.
but you did come and then you did do your dance and it was what you wanted to do. But the thing is, I'm going to give you your points because at least you were in a costume.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to be in a tramp, so you look like Vanity Six. Okay, you was giving Vanity Six 2025. I mean, that's what you was gonna do. So my thing is, at least you came with an outfit, and at least you came ready to dance. And then, lovely love, you didn't take 50 years just to get music. You didn't. You weren't
I could
arguing with
dance
people
off
for that.
anything. I could dance off country. I could dance off anything. It don't matter.
Yeah. So that's all we're trying to say. And I do not blame Pizarro.
No.
I think that they
Hello,
tried to make a
Treasure.
big
How are
deal
you,
of
my
the Nika.
darling?
What's up, Treasure? I think they tried to make a big deal of the Nika thing. That wasn't going to fly because the spirit of Nika is not the same as the letter of Nika. We did this because it was Halloween, and I never discussed Nika with Pizarro. I just said you should do it. I said, let it be unofficial and official. Let the thing that Lemon doing be official, and you can do an unofficial. But I said at least it's competition. But I never said we were doing it for Nika. Nope, we never did that. And that's where I had an issue again with Ness because then they tried to make it about Nika, and they were arguing over petty, silly things. And this is when I knew that okay, if this is not sabotaging, I don't know what it is because I mean, you come into this lady's thing late, then you're gonna come. You didn't even do it, and then you said that your costume was gonna take 24 hours to do because you needed to blow up something. And I'm like, really? And Nika, I mean, Pizarro has been telling us this. She reminded me earlier today, and I told her, yeah, I'll be there, and I was there.
Well, at least
So,
Ness's costume covered that awful wig anyway.
wow.
The second time I came up there like Tina Turner, I wanted to dance for some money because I heard it was a cash app. I was like, oh, I'm going up there. And if I got to change 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I'm going to do that just to get some cash app. I mean, because it wasn't a contest. It was for to have fun. And
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah,
And
and I got cash app. I think I got maybe $75, but hey,
I
you
ain't get
know,
a dime. I only did one dance though, but
yeah, I mean, I wasn't looking for it. I was like, but I came with a lot of costumes because that's what I thought we were gonna do.
Yeah.
I
And
did the
man,
replay
they
and
got mad at King Roman and K Fit for all of their costume changes, but when you're doing a costume party, that's what you do.
Oh,
that's
I
what I
didn't know
thought
you
it
did
was.
costume changes. I missed them.
But
So my
I
first
did the
costume was the spark. Now this is what I did. I came on first to kind of push pizza's thing. I said, so I came on with a Chucky type like mask on first, and then pizza came on to what we were pushing it because I wanted people to go over. And then, I told them this is not the costume that I'm wearing. I said, because the costume I'm wearing is going to be under this. And
Yeah.
so I came up with different costumes, but that's what you do at a costume party or a competition.
I did the replay. I didn't even think you was gonna stay up there that long because I did the replay. I said, "Oh Lord,
No,
oh,
because I had promised Pizarro that I was going to be with, and I don't like to leave people hanging,
Yeah.
but I wasn't going to sit there and fight with those people because it seemed like that's what they wanted, and I wasn't there for that. Even when Tricy came up, I'm like, I was still in it to win it because again, I'm like, okay, I see where a little bit of this is going, but I didn't know that, then when the Nika thing came up and then uppity Negro Goddess came up and started cutting up. I'm like, it's time to go because now they're trying to make this thing a Nika thing, and it was really never a Nika thing. And that's when I got really frustrated with Ness because it broke the. First of all, she told me something I didn't know that it was going to be this. I had drank and I'm lit and all of this stuff. And I wouldn't have done this if it was in Nika's name. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. And then she tried to correct me when I was telling her that we had talked about this already. Don't try to overtalk me, Jay Wilson. And then she said she was finished. But when I had to say something now, I'm overtalking her. No, I was not overtalking you. You don't know what the hell you're talking about because this was never a Nika thing. Now, whatever she and Pizaro talked about, I had nothing to do with, but me and Pizaro had talked about this way before she did, because again, Lemon and Pizaro was going to do it, and then Lemon came on her panel, but I had spoken to her about doing this when she said, I'm going to do it. And people got mad at her because they said she didn't celebrate Halloween, but I know why she was doing it.
Yeah, but do you think that Ness give off a spirit like Jay Dunn? It's like when she go to other people's panel, she pulls this crap like Jay Dunn do all the time. But when she on her panel, she like, oh, this, that, and the other. And when she go to other people's panel, she act like Jay Dunn to me. And both of them is crap. So I'm just saying. And I'm gonna drop down because I gotta give you a little sleep because I gotta get.
Oh, I gotta get some too. But I'm gonna say this. I do think that you bring up a good point, lovely love. I do think that tonight, with telling people not to put down her volume and why you putting a 30-minute up and I'm talking and it did give me that. But all it says is it's about me now. And it was not really about it was about having a good time. And that's why I really said we should be having a good time. We shouldn't be up here arguing and fighting. I mean, we should be enjoying costumes. And that's the biggest thing. You know, my thing is if you're not coming with a costume, then you shouldn't be allowed to the party. That's the prerequisite of a costume party. Come with a costume. Now, I was very surprised that Ness did all of this. But when alcohol is involved, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But she's a very jealous-hearted person. I noticed that, and I've been noticed that for a while. I don't know why she's so jealous of other people, but she always put people down and then complain about people talk about her. But you always putting people down like you is what? But garbage. But you know what? At the end of the day, she the only one have to live her life. I don't have to live her life. So if that's what she believe in, let her believe in. She'll never step higher because she always thinks she's higher and she's not. She's on the ground, trying to look up and trying to feel like she high. You can't feel like you high. You study counting people.
All she had to do.
Right. I think she's acting like she's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like she's sorry, Jay. I just feel like she acts like she's that, but I don't think she really feels it inside. I think it's a bit of front, to be honest.
And I know a lot of people talking about me at Pizaro because I can see it. I'm still on there. I see who's doing what. Yeah. But I don't really care because I meant what I said. Number one, this was not Pizzaro's fault. I think Pizaro tried to do the best she could. Unfortunately, she had some people who tried to, I don't know, sabotage or just take this party into another direction. You know, if you want people to do right by you, do right by people. You know, I come on people's panels. If I say I'm going to be in a competition, I'm going to do right by them. And I hope that they do right by me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all. Do right by people. When Pizaro gave me the time, I wanted to be there on time. That's the bottom line. Be professional. This is why I don't want to work with some actors and actresses. You know, there are some good singers and there are some good actors and actresses, but if they're on substances, then they usually cause problems. That's in real life when it comes to Hollywood and the entertainment industry. And I see how it affects, even on this small scale, I can see how substance abuse affects other people. And I can see why a lot of actors don't like to work with certain actors and actresses, even if they are talented, but no one wants to work with someone who is not going to be on time and going to be a diva or somebody that's going to be not a team player. Nobody wants to work with people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good night, Vivian. Good night. Who is that? I can't see it.
You,
Zara,
you
Okay.
too, lovely love.
All right, and I'm finna go to bed, but you did a good job. I think Pizaro got a lot of patience because I would have been shut it down. But yeah, y'all, it was okay. It was all
I
right.
think it was good for what it was, and the people got a little drama. But I just think,
Y'all,
I think people need to look at this because people always think that we overdo it or we're over exaggerating. But I think tonight was a good example of somebody really trying to sabotage or being destructive. You know, now
But
have
also,
we done
Jay,
this?
let me
Huh?
just say this. I feel like Ness is out of control, actually. I think she's self-sabotaging at the same time. And you mentioned substances. There's one particular substance that we know inflates people's egos and makes them act like a dickhead, and that's how she was behaving. So you're right, but I think she's self-sabotaging at the same time.
Yeah, I really do. And I've said that. You know, she hates me to bring up the last Halloween situation, but she was drunk
Oh,
at the
that was a
last
mess.
situation.
That was such a mess.
It was. And the thing is, she was winning. And isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that come forward to this particular point that we're at Pizaro's Halloween party and she comes to Pizaro's party inebriated. Now, when I went to her party last Halloween,
Yeah,
she was in competition and fighting with Bree and Pizaro,
yeah,
but she was drunk and she messed up her own panel going after them. That
yeah,
was one. Now, fast forward to now, her and Pizarro are in a good place, but now she drunk, and now she may have strained her relationship with Pizarro.
yeah.
And I
She's done
just think it's
exactly the same
ironic.
thing. Exactly the same thing again. Her situation was different, but she's just repeated the same history.
Yeah. And now, now it's like, okay, so this is what's going on. This is how you are handling this. So I just think that, I don't think we're far fetched. I'm like, all she wanted to do was pick fight, pick fight, pick fight. And then, she wanted to be messy. She wanted to be messy. And what bothered me is, girl, you didn't even have your costume. You we didn't even get to see you dance. And if you did, I mean, it's so far off now because you didn't. And then you want to go into another costume, but you didn't have your stuff together. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you actually
Bruh
doing?
Jay, these people trying to make these situations about them.
Hmm.
That's just another way for them to make the situation about them.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
about you.
Yeah,
Get your life right,
it
sis.
really wasn't. It really wasn't tonight. And like I said, I think Pizarro did the best she could with what she had. And I think people, I'm telling you all, it didn't strike me right when she came in late.
No, I felt away. I'll be honest with you. I lasted about 10 minutes and she didn't stop. And I thought, you know what? I can't cope anymore. I'm going to have to go because I'm just not enjoying it anymore. And I really wanted to support it and see all the costumes.
Yeah. And
I'm
y'all, let me say this.
disappointed
I don't
to
have
hear
a problem
Dragons
with
didn't win.
Dragons. I think Dragons is a pretty girl, but I just have a problem because Dragons is so reactive and not proactive. And I'm just saying, Dragons, why don't you just do your dance? Come on. We don't have all day for you to be doing this stalling. Just do your damn dance. I mean, and that's irritating as well
Yeah,
because you want people to like you, but you do some stuff that's like, really though? Come on now.
yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, Jay Dunn was not the problem with me tonight. And I'm being honest. Jay Dunn was not the problem with me tonight. Now she could have been, but she wasn't. And
Yeah,
I know that she could have been a thorn in Dragon's side, but Dragon is like, come on. People get fixated on one thing and they can't move and they get stuck. And I'm like, don't you understand that this person comes to bother you and you allow that to happen? You could have danced and then when you dance, I mean, she did a good job. I'm not capping her down.
Yeah.
She did a good job, but dang it, we could have had that long time ago. And you sitting here letting somebody make you feel some kind of way. And I'm like, come on, dragons, get it together.
It's a shame. That's a yeah. She's beautiful, but yeah, she also I think indulges a bit much, and I think it affects her behaviour. You know.
It may because I don't ever want to think the worst of people, but again, you cannot be reactive. You really got to be proactive. And I'm going to give again Pizarro some kudos because Pizarro really tried to handle the situation before she got volatile and explosive.
Right.
I think she really did her best to be calm. But it
Yeah.
got to a point where she got tired. She was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of, people coming. And then the next thing, and I mean, she really cursed Ness out. And then, because she was mad. And she was like, look,
I'm
what are
not
you doing?
surprised. I'm not
Oh my God.
surprised. I'd have done it after 10 minutes, to be honest. But I mean, kudos to her because she lasted all that time. I'm not even surprised she went off. She really should have as well because that was disgusting what was going on.
Yeah. So, well, this is what I had to say because I'll probably mention it a little in the morning, but I wanted to really say what I need to say. I'm not upset. It was not my event.
Yeah.
It was Pizarro's event, but people don't even have enough respect for other people's events. And this is why I don't want to meet people in person. This is why I don't want to do collabs with people. And it's not because I'm the greatest person or I think I'm this. No, I'm really about my business. Now I'm gonna tell you what, y'all can go ask King Roman. Yeah, I mean seriously.
Yeah.
Y'all can go talk to King Roman about that. So yeah, y'all can talk to him because I'm really serious about that.
No, I get that
So,
because
yeah.
I feel the same way. I tried to do a few collabs, and honestly, I'm giving up on that idea because I can see what it's giving, and I haven't got that kind of patience. So it's never going to
Yeah,
happen. And like
yeah.
you, there's very few people who I'd actually meet in real life because of this sort of thing. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's really disappointing to
yeah,
be honest. So Pizarro she did have very much, she had a lot of patience. Let me say this, say what now? I don't really care. I think people need to stop playing because at the end of the day, it doesn't end well for people who do stuff like that. And that's all I'm going to say about that, you all. All of this doxing and stuff, it's going to come to an end, and it's not going to be nice for folk. And I'm just saying, it may not be me, but you're gonna really mess around with the wrong person, and I think people need to stop. So yeah, I think that's the sickness, you all, and I just don't do that. Pastor, did you know about that fight? Who fought? I didn't know about anybody fighting, so who fought?
let's just say karma knows everyone's address.
Yeah, everybody, seriously. But whose fault though? I'm trying to find out who was fighting because I didn't know about anybody fighting tonight. I mean, was it a physical fight or was it a verbal fight? It's a big difference. It's a big difference between those two. Oh, Mama D, Ness, and Dragons. No, I didn't know about it. I know Mama D came up on the platform. Um, but I didn't know they fought. It must have been when I left because I left. So,
Oh, yesterday.
oh
Okay.
no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be eyewitness news. I'm not trying to be everywhere. I can only be where I can be, and some things ain't worth it. But yeah, hopefully they work it out. Hopefully they work it out. But yeah. So again, Honest Roll, awesome job. I know Honest Roll was trying to dance and keep it together over there. Um, my girl Pizarro, I know you were trying to keep it together, Pizarro, and I know it took you a lot not to cuss people out the first time, but I want to give Pizarro her props because she did a good job, you all,
Yeah.
and she could have shut it down. She really could have shut it down. but she
Shout
did.
out to Pizaro for doing such a great
Yeah,
job and
she
having
did
a,
a
you
good
know,
job.
having some,
Shout out
trying
to
to have something
Intrinsic.
different.
Intrinsic. Shout out to her. Mama D came on for a little bit. Shout out to Mama D and all the people. And like I said, I just had a problem with Uppity was just like, girl, okay, so you trying to make a big deal of this thing with Lady Nika. And then Ness tried to jump on that bandwagon. And I'm like, why? Why y'all trying to do that?
I think they should leave her name alone while she's
Somebody
going
said it
through.
was because Dragon had cussed you out, Pastor J. Wilson. Mama D asked her why. See, I didn't even know Dragon cussed me out. But again, if that's how you operate dragons, then hey, that's how you operate. But my thing is, dragons, I'm going to hold it. I don't care how you feel about me. You are reactive and not proactive. And again, you say a lot of stuff. So if you cussed me out, I don't know why you cussed me out, but that's your personal preference. I don't deal with all of that foolishness. That's something that you need to take up because I'm not trying to find out why you felt that way because again, you know where my platform is. I come on and you could easily click the platform or hit me up by email and tell me what. But I don't do psychic work. I'm not trying to do telekinesis and all of this stuff to find out what's going on with you. You either let me know or not. I didn't even know about that fight, Unhinged. I knew nothing about it. And so Mama D, I love you down, Mama D, but you don't have to do that, Mama D. You really don't have to do that.
Bruh Jay, before I
Yes.
go, I want to say what's up. Shout out to the Usher board.
Yes.
Hey, Miss Ebony. Listen, Usher board, get in contact with me. Yes, picturelady@gmail.com. I got something important that I need to tell you guys. It's very, very important. Brother Jay, I'm gonna call you later today.
Okay.
Did you seen my text message, right?
I got it. I did, Vivian. I
All
did
right.
get it.
So I'm just telling you, Usher board, y'all need to get in contact with me. Yes, picturelady@gmail.com. It's very important.
So, y'all heard what Vivian said. Again, no problem with Pizarro. I think she did the best job under the circumstances that she was under. Um, I really hope that nobody was trying to sabotage her, but that's what it really came off as. That late entry, Pizarro was starting at 8:30. You were still doing your thing. I mean, Pizarro saw you. I saw you. We didn't say anything because it's like, okay, But then after all of this mess, and then you thinking that it was about this, and it was just you were picking and you were saying some stuff, and then of course Tricy came on, and diving. It was about dragons telling a lie on Pastor J. Wilson. Unhinged. What lie did she tell? Because if there's a lie about me, I definitely didn't know it. So what lie did she tell? And I'm really interested in it, Unhinged. So what did you all hear? What did Dragon say? And I mean, you all just be upfront and say what she said. What did she say? I mean, yeah, I'm just waiting. So what did she say? Unhinged. Because you said, yes, it was about Dragon telling a lie on Pastor J. Wilson. So what was the lie? And I'm just trying to figure it out because it may not be a lie, but I don't know what it is. So that's what I'm saying. I really don't know what it is. And I just really want to know what it is.
While we're waiting for that, I did feel like it was a bit of a wrong move of Nest to reveal the costume on her channel when it was supposed to happen on Pizzas as well.
Mm.
That showed where her head was at.
Yeah, somebody said all that time and she showed up as a pepper. And baby, and I'm not being lying, I thought it was a red banana, child. But anyway.
I think she was trying to be she called Reed's shoes red pepper shoes. I think that was the idea.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Unhinged. So Unhinged, please let me know. I mean, she was a pepper, child. And like I said some things about that costume because she act like she went to this store and got all of this stuff, and I'm like, okay. And then she came up and I'm like, okay. And we saw what she was going to do. That's why I'm like, well, what's all of this fanfare? I mean, you already revealed it on your channel. And let me say this: I came in I came in a costume on my channel, but it was not the costume that I was going to wear, and
Yeah,
I
but
did not come back with that costume
you were doing more
anymore.
of an advert, though. You were saying, getting people in the mood. You didn't reveal your costume deliberately, and you told us that. So that was something that we wanted to see,
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Pizaro? Let me say this, Pizaro. When I tell you, you had the patience of Job. I thought you would have slapped and snapped off long before you did. I enjoyed working with you, Pizarro. You really about that fun. You're a good hype lady, and I'm just so sorry that people did not respect your panel enough to do what they needed to do. And so what I said is, even though it was a whole mess, it wasn't your fault. And I don't believe all of the party was a mess. I thought there were some good things in the party. It amazed me that people who didn't have no costume was the ones who was making the most issues. You know, um, and this is what I said. I thought Ness was a problem. Like you said, Zara, here you
Yeah.
are revealing your costume and you doing all of this stuff. And then you going to come to Pizarro's channel late. And then you going to cause a mess. Then Pizarro was telling you who you talking to because you were disrespecting Pizarro. Then Pizarro has to turn on the 30-second timer 2 times, and we hear you talking about something. You muted my mic. I don't care about that 30-second timer. Just total disrespect. And Pizarro, I didn't even have a problem with Tricy coming on and all of the stuff. But what I did have a problem with is the Lady Nika thing and her not listening. And you were right. She did say she was finished, but when I had to say something, then all of a sudden she had to say something. But what she doesn't realize, Pizarro, is that I had talked to you when you were planning to do the Halloween challenge or competition because I was going to be in it. And then you decided not to do it. And I said, you still should do it. And you said you were going to do the party. So we had already discussed that. And I remember saying that, well, let Lemon be the official and yours be the unofficial, but it should be competition. I went through that whole spiel. So for her to say that I'm inserting myself in it was definitely wrong because we had already talked about that. Then I had a problem with Dragons. I didn't know Dragons had cursed me out earlier, but again, I didn't know that. Unhinged didn't tell me what she said. No problem. But I just got really aggravated with Dragons, worried about Jay Dunn seeing her. And then when you get Jay Dunn off, then she got to go pee. Then the music went right. I'm like, well, damn, what else can you do? And then I think that the biggest thing was Uppity coming up there, and like I said, it was just a lot.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
felt like sabotage to me. I didn't like it.
yeah.
Pizza.
I think it was, and I think that I think it would have been worthy of Nika's name had people been in a costume. It
Yeah.
was only one person in a costume that I had an issue with, and that was Ness. And I'm like, why is she doing that? And this is the thing. She was always saying that, well, y'all trying to break me and uh, pizza up and all of that. But what you did today, no one had to do that. You did that yourself. You did that yourself. And I just sat there and watched you do that. Unhinged, you said scroll up. Let me scroll up, Unhinged. Let me see what you said. Mama D went up there and they had a fight. Okay, but okay, I think, okay, let me scroll up some more. Maybe I'm missing something.
I just want to say a shout out to Pizza because what I said earlier was, and I want you to hear from me. I thank you for at least trying to do something and give people an alternative to have fun and things of that nature. But what it sounds like to me, you had them folks that come in and show out like they used to do in the club in the 80s and in the 90s and come in, get drunk, fall all over, and they got to turn the lights on and shut the club down. But shout out to you, Pizza, for trying to do something to have let people have fun.
Yeah. And
We don't have to be.
Pizza reminded me about the event. She told me what was going on with the event. So I'm like, okay, so my thing is again, be on time. If you're gonna do it, be on time. And then Pizza was there when I was announcing that, go to the party. I had a costume on. It wasn't a costume that I was gonna wear. I was just getting people prepped and ready. And my thing is, I was doing it until Pizza was going because I was early. I said link about twice, and
Yeah.
then I just
Spotting for you for the time.
yeah. So I was asking, and then Pizza let me in, and because I really wanted to kind of see where I was on her camera and making sure that I had the right angles and what have you. So that's what I was trying to do. But you know, again, I didn't go in the Pizza platform trying to run it. I didn't tell Pizza what she should do or should not do. I put what I wanted to dance to in the back. And Pizza, when I found out that they put some music on, but I said, no, look at the back. And then they did that, and then we came on. And that's what we did, y'all. But I think Pizza did her thing. I was hoping that she would have gotten 1,000 after all of that foolishness. She should have gotten it, but I know that she'll do well. And I want to thank everybody who sent the cash out because again, y'all, I was enjoying the costume changes. I was enjoying doing all of that. That's what we came there for. We didn't come here to fight and act crazy and bring stuff up. And I mean, and I tried to stay quiet as possible. But that last thing kind of really got to me. I'm like, hey, let's stop this, And if you don't like it, and it got me because the people, again, with no costumes for the most part, because there was one person with a costume who was acting crazy, but the people who had no costumes were the ones who were demanding the most and acting crazy and then asked for a cash out. Like they was turning it. Oh, who put the video on private? Pizza put the video on private? Okay, that's Mama D. Thank you for showing yourself, Mama D. Pizza, you put that thing on private? Hey, Mama D, what you got to say, Mama D?
Okay, right quick. How y'all doing? Yeah, it was a nice party. But what happened on yesterday, I remember when Dragons was on your panel a couple of days ago, and
Yeah,
everybody they had a lot of fun up there, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I always look at the spaceship when I'm off from work and everything. So I happened to be off and I've seen Dragons up there. And she was saying, "Oh, fuck Pastor. He just trying to get some number, grow his channel. Fuck him." Well, I went up there immediately to say, wait a minute, Dragons, weren't you just on this platform like yesterday? And she got to cussing me out, and that's join in. That's why I don't understand these women always helping up for these flaming drag, whatever she said, blow out booty, going under your clothes. Well, yeah, I had a fight with them. I cussed both of them out. But we all right now, but I just had to let her know. You was just on the man platform day before yesterday, and now you gonna get up there cussing them out in front of 600 people saying fuck him, and he just trying to grow his. I said, what numbers are you talking about, girl? And that's how we had to fight.
Wow,
But
Mama D,
yeah, I sure did. I cussed both
I
of them
didn't
out.
know
They
that because
cussed me out, and I cussed them right back out.
so
But I
this is the
went back.
thing, Mama D. If I was cloud chasing, I would have known this.
Well, Pizaro knew better. She just knew that they was rocking out real crazy. She knew.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so my thing is this, though. I understand that's how you feel, Dragons, and
Well, I don't think she feel like that anymore because I went back up there later on and she was dancing. I said, "Oh, we watching you doing real good." She probably just had a little tantrum, having fun. But
no, but Mama D,
Nets hold her feelings, but
Mama D. No,
dragons
Mama D.
will
Listen to me,
be more
Mama D,
friendly
though.
than.
But no, Mama D. See, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh, and that's how she probably really felt. And so, I think that I think that yeah, out of all that I told Dragons, and if that's what she's doing,
No, I
then
thought she had fun over here.
well, I
Oh,
didn't know
yeah,
why
she
she. I
did.
don't know. 'Cause, yeah, I didn't do anything to dragons. All I told dragons was, "Baby, you need to be more proactive and not reactive, and then you really need to slow it down because
Well,
you're
it
going."
shocked me. That's why I went up there immediately to say, wait a minute. Didn't I just see you on pass a
I
platform?
didn't know that. I didn't know that, Mama D. I didn't
And as
know
soon
that.
as I said that, that's when Ness jumped in, jumping on me for Dragon, and they both cursed me, and I cursed them right back
Wow,
out.
wow,
But I
wow,
went back to tell Dragon I was enjoying her dancing later on that night because I really did. But that's what happened.
wow. Ain't that something?
Just that fast. Just that
Ain't that
fast.
something?
But I remember all of them was on your platform having a ball just a few
Hmm.
days ago. And
Hmm.
now, then when I heard that, I said, wait a minute, something is not right about this.
Well, Mama D, I'm glad because Unhinged was telling me, but I didn't know the circumstances around it. I didn't know that.
Thank you, Unhinged. Yeah, that's
Those
what
things,
happened. It was
but
it
my,
was it was short, it was loud, quick, over with. But I mean, like you say, they speak from their heart, and maybe they be drinking sometime too. I don't know, but we made up later on. I didn't make up with Ness, but I made up with Dragons because she was dancing, entertaining us, and I had fun with that. So that's what happened.
wow, okay, well that's
So
good
I'm
to
gonna get
know.
down happy,
No,
holiday.
thank you for
I
thank
enjoy
you
your
for.
costume, Pastor. Everybody, you and Ro, I really enjoy you and Ro. Y'all had a good time.
I did. Thank you for clearing that up because I didn't know what was really going on, and you really cleared it up. And I'm just so sad that dragons feel that way about me.
I don't
You
think she
know,
feel that way anymore. I don't think so.
I know, but Mama D, sometimes people need to be careful what they say because sometimes they can't take stuff back. And I think people really need to be careful
Yeah,
because I think
she
that's
been
gonna.
through a lot, and I think dancing is gonna help her a lot too. To
Well, Mama D, I understand that people go through a lot, but you can't continue to help people who are trying to help you. But with that said, I'm just gonna leave it alone, and
yeah, yeah,
I'm
give
gonna
it
let it
time
work out.
because very young, very unexperienced. um, trying to make it in the world. And sometimes you need the people that you mess over, you have to come back to them. So we'll see.
Well, Mama D, you're right about that, and so I'm just going to take it with a grain of
And I
salt.
really do regret telling the young lady, if anybody's listening, tell her I am so sorry to tell her she's homeless and I need to give her a house. I didn't mean to say that, but I was mad. I don't drink anymore like I used to, but I was kind of pissed off and I just went for it. I went for the headboard. Now Nelson put a headboard up there. Nelson put a
Oh,
headboard up there,
dear.
Pastor.
I saw her. She a
Yeah,
lady.
Nelson put that headboard up there this morning. She mentioned my name, and next thing I know, she had a headboard. She was dragging it across that floor.
Well, they told me she got a. They told me she got a headboard, Mama D.
Yeah, I cussed her ass out by that headboard, but it's all right.
Well, they said she got one, so I'm glad she got one. So
Yeah, I
that's
am glad too. But
one.
they'll be all right. They just come and they go. You know how that is.
Yeah, Mama D. But you gotta be careful how you do people.
Yeah, you do because the ones you meet on your way up, you might need them on your way back down.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't have a problem with dragons. I didn't understand why though, and then until you told me, yeah,
Well, I think she was showing off in front of Ness. That's what I think.
yeah.
I've got
Somebody
to
said
drop
she's
down.
37,
Thank
she
you for
knows
having
better.
me.
Hey, thank you
Yeah.
for coming on up. Y'all
All
have a
right.
good
Good
one.
Take
night,
care.
y'all. Have fun.
Sleep tight.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, Viv.
All right, Jay. I'll call you
Y'all
later
take
on
care.
today. Listen, y'all, just remember, don't go on people panels acting out. Congratulations to you, Pizarro. And out, Jay. Good night.
All right, thank you, Viv, for coming over.
Hmm.
So I agree with Viv. I want to thank Pizarro for inviting me over. I want to thank you all for blessing me with those cash apps. You didn't have to do it, but you did, and I am very appreciative of what you have done because, again, this is your money, and you don't have to do nothing for us. But I appreciate what you've done, and I'm not upset with anyone. I know a lot of people come, some Jay is upset. No, you just got to be careful of the people you entertain, because some people don't really have it for you. Some people don't have your best intent for you. Oh, it's down. Wow. And it was a really good, it was really good for the most part, you all. It was really, really good. I'm sorry that she took it down. Hopefully she changes the name and make it adult only, and maybe that'll help. But I am so sorry that she had to take it down, because yeah, it was a lot of good entertainment in it, and that was a lot of time that she invested in it. And my thing is, even though, see, Pizarro, I would have been upset, because that would have been a coin loss right there. All of that work. So my thing is, Pizarro, I hope you edit it or bring it back, because all of that work you did, I don't think it should go to waste. I don't think it should be in vain. That's my personal, opinion on that. Hold on, you all. So as I was saying, Pizarro put a lot of effort in that. And I'm just so sorry that it's off, because she really put a lot of effort in that. So hopefully she's gonna go ahead and edit it. Oh, that's sad, you all. Um, Again, I'm not mad at anybody. Some things I didn't expect. You would think that, if you're trying to be cool with somebody, and if you all have a diplomatic truce, that you would try to abide by your truce and not break a peace accord. But some people ain't about peace. Some people live for strife. And I guess that's what we get, because I wanted to cut some people out. And believe it or not, I don't think Pizarro was wrong for and you all please forgive me, I'm actually rehanging some things back up. Yeah, unhinged. It's just that people don't care about your stuff. Now, if she would have done that on that channel, baby, it would have been a whole act of Congress if she would have did that on that channel. But see, it don't mean nothing when it ain't your money. When it ain't your money, you don't respect people. When it ain't your money, you do what you want to do. And hopefully Pizarro learns a lesson that everybody ain't good. Oh, y'all, I'm putting masks up. Oh my God, I'm putting wigs away. Yeah, I'm sure it will be. And I just hope that Pizarro puts it up. Yeah, I really hope it wasn't sabotage. It just looks that way. All right now, Zara, you gonna do that. Make that breakfast. Hold on, y'all. I'm almost done. All right, y'all. I'm done. I'm done. So um I'm sure there'll be plenty of talk about this tomorrow. I'm sure people are going to be talking about this tomorrow, baby. It's a lot going on. Child Tricy came up there and can I say this? Baby Tricy was landing some serious punches on tonight. I was listening and somebody started stuttering and it wasn't Tricy. How about that? Can I say that? Somebody started stuttering and it wasn't Tricy. And even though Tricy was muted, I don't know why Tricy got muted. But honey, I knew Tricy had to be muted because honey, Tricy Mike was micing tonight. Yes, baby, that mic was miking tonight. And I knew Tricy had to be muted because I'm like, Tricy ain't quiet like that. And so I heard the first thing I heard is like, I know you didn't mute my mic. But let me say this. Tricy was landing Mike Tyson punches. Baby, when I tell you Tricy was landing them punches, I mean she was landing so hard that Ness was stuttering. Baby, it was some stutter words up in there. And Ness didn't know how to handle it. Baby, Tricy was handling that. First of all, it was an old nasty piece of ambush. Tricy came up there like a machine, like a automatic weapon. She just she was coming in, and Ness wasn't ready for all of that. And Ness, I'm telling you, baby Tricy came out fighting. You understand me? And I listened to Ness, and even though Ness had all of that airtime, she wouldn't land in them punches. Baby Tricy had landed enough that what she did didn't even seem like she was doing nothing. Baby, when I tell you Tricy was landing them punches tonight, she landed them punches tonight. That's why I was sitting up with that wig and I kept on turning. And all y'all saw with that side of the wig. Because I was trying to get Ness like, okay, she's gonna come back with something, right? And she came back with stuff, but it didn't land. It did not land. Tricy was landing that plane tonight. When I tell you she landed that 777 tonight, she landed that 777 tonight. What y'all think? Baby, she was landing them punches. Baby, I felt everything she was saying. Rita, baby, no, it's not because see, you said I was in it with Ness. No, me and Ness had talked. No, Tricy was landing some serious hell of a punch. Hell of punches, baby. No, I understand what you're trying to say, but no, Tricy between her high pitched voice and delivering like that, and Ness, nope, Tricy, baby, it was just Tricy's delivery. It's her inflections, how she was saying stuff. I'm like, ooh. And I mean, I'm serious. I was sitting there listening to Ness to see if she was going, but no, it landed different. It landed different. Okay, baby. Mm-mm. Ness started stuttering at one point. She's like, and she was like, and she could, baby, she couldn't hardly get her words out. I'm like, did she just stutter? I'm like, did she just stutter? She sound like Mel Tillis. I'm like, is this Mel Tillis? Because, baby, yeah, and I'm gonna say this. I still don't have nothing against Ness. I just didn't like what she did to Pizarro. I don't like how she acted, and I don't think it was Ness. I think it was the alcohol. I think it was the alcohol. But I ain't gonna. Let me tell you this, honey. Tricy came here, and let me say, when Tricy came on that platform, and Tricy went, baby. Let me tell you something. I don't know if Tricy got a Yeti. I don't know if she got an iPhone. I don't know if she got an iPhone 54. Baby, I don't know what she got. But honey, Tricy was doing that thing. Let me say this. That's my opinion. You got your opinion. But don't chalk my opinion up to liking this or not liking this. No, baby. Tricy had that mic mic'd up tonight. And she was going on. And even when they muted Tricy, that the reads that Ness was giving, it was like, no, girl, no, Tricy did that. Tricy did that. I'm just sorry, and it's not because you liking Ness. Nope, mm-mm. Nope. You go back. Well, we can't go back and listen to it, but baby, I heard what I heard, and I'm like, ooh wee, yeah. So anyway, I don't have any. Like I said, the next thing is her and Pizarro. I didn't like what went down. It didn't seem right. Yep. Even with Uppity. Uppity was doing her belly dance and her booty dance. So I'm gonna say this though. Tricy was very much ready. Tricy was very much ready. But I'm gonna say this. Uppity, for real though. I think that if you would have did the dance from behind and would have twerked, because you got old nasty piece of twerking body. See, your body looked good in the back. And baby, if you would have twerked, it would have made a difference. That back portion, girl, you would have, it would have made old nasty impact. But yeah. Okay, Rita, baby. I mean, hey, you stay the same. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say potato, I say potato. I'm just gonna go with it, and I just think Tricy was coming like a rapid round of fire. And then to even because I mean, even when she was muted, that thing left such an impact. I'm like, okay, did Tricy just come? And I knew something had to be wrong because I'm like, it was rapid succession of words. Okay, it just kept on going, and then Ness started stuttering. Baby, it was a stutter for me. I don't care what she say. I know what I say, and everybody have an opinion, and I got mine. And I just think that Tricy did that. No, I'm not sleepy. I'm well awake. I am well awake, and again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tricy came with that round. Everybody got to take an L, and I just believe she took an L tonight. Tricy came out not playing, and then she said, "Why did you mute my mic?" And then went right back at it. She said some botch body. Baby, she went there. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh goodness. So anyway, it's child. Look, you feel what you feel, baby. She lost that fight here. She showed she sure did. I mean, had her stuttering. She said, I was like, wait a minute. Why you stuttering? Why you stuttering? Honey, Tricy had you tripping over words. I'm just saying. So y'all, look, I'm about to go on to rest and go on to bed. But thank you all for the cash apps again. Hopefully Pizaro will edit what she needs to edit and put the video up. And yeah, hope she put it back up. Okay, we was right there. So anyway, y'all have a good night. Peace and love. Y'all take care. Bye.